For the most part, I always tell people, if you want to watch YouTube to learn da'wah, just listen for the arguments. A lot of these YouTube da'at, they're very smart, they have good arguments, they've been there, they've done it. So if you want to take arguments from them, absolutely, but don't take technique from them. Because just the whole setup is not conducive to good da'wah, where you have a camera on some guy, you've got 5 or 15, sometimes 20 Muslims and others around them, and they know they're being videotaped, they know it's probably going to go on YouTube, and they have to stand their ground. Even if they're convinced, they have to stand their ground and show that they know what they're talking about in front of the camera, in front of the audience. That's why in the old days we used to say, no more than 2 people surround a non-Muslim, maybe 3 maximum. There's absolutely no need for a crowd. A lot of times when I'm working, like people want to see, oh, what's he gonna say? And people who like partner up with me in da'wah, they get bored of what I say in like 10 minutes because it's just the same thing. I repeat. The point is, I was talking to this one guy, and this was in Virginia, and everything is going well. And then suddenly a crowd started to form around us. And his attitude changed completely. He started standing his ground in front of the audience, showing that he knows some stuff, quoting philosophers and not agreeing with me. Before he was agreeing, everything was working nicely. So you want an environment that is conducive to that person being guided, because that's what you care about. It's not about hits, views, it's about that person being saved from the hellfire. And that's why the prophets were always sent from their own people, because they will care about their people. That's one. There are other benefits, and the scholars mention a lot, like for example, they know you. If you're the prophet sent to them, they know your history, they know your background, they know your childhood, they know that you're an upstanding individual. All that helps. But on top of that, the prophet will care. And that's why when you look at the prophets and the dialogue they have with their people in the Quran, it's always Ya Qawm, oh my people, oh my people. They care about them because these are their people. So caring is one of the most essential things in da'wah. In the old days we used to give da'wah. This was in Washington, D.C. And there was one brother, he would come before everybody, he would work hard, and we used to go in the summer, and it's a long day. Like until Maghrib we stay out in the streets, and you're thirsty, you're tired, you're hungry, and this guy always has energy. And this is back when D.C. was chocolate, Okay, back when D.C. was black, alright? There you go. Only Kaharia got that. So he would say, one day he said it, he spilled out his secret. He said, these are my people. I love them. That's what made him go above and beyond. You have to care. And the Prophet ﷺ, we talk about this in the Da'wah workshop, the Prophet ﷺ cared so much that Allah had to tell him, in other words, take it easy. فلا تذهب نفسك عليهم حزرات فلعلك باخع نفسك على آثارهم إن لم يؤمنوا بهذا الحديث أسفا. Like, don't kill yourself in sadness and grief because they're not accepting the message of Islam. Just take it easy. That's how much he cared, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it's about caring. It's never a fight. And da'wah itself is from tad'u, to invite. If it's an invitation, then just by default or by its nature, it can't be a fight if it's an invitation. I always tell people, when's the last time someone invited you to their house for dinner by putting their forearm against your neck and squishing you against the wall and putting a fist in your face? Listen, next Tuesday we're going to have biryani at my place. You better show up. Like, is that an invitation or a fight? So a lot of times, like, people still unfortunately stuck in this whole da'wah is a fight I have with the non-Muslim. And if I strangle them the proper way, with their last breath before they die, they will say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Until today we have this mentality.